You're listening to Okay Now Listen, a bi-weekly show where we chat about what's on our minds, what we're binging, and what's blowing up our timelines. I'm Scotty Beam, a media personality, content creator, music enthusiast, and still a wing connoisseur.
I'm Sylvia Obell, culture writer, host, producer, and lover of Beyonce.
Okay, first we have to debrief. We have to talk about the moment where I saw you in LA this past weekend. Child, I cried.
Child, we reunited.
Lord, first of all, y'all already know that I'm extremely emotional. So when I saw Sylvia pop up in my view, I just started tearing up. Because the last time I seen you was your birthday 2 years ago?
I think it was literally immediately after when we signed the contract for this podcast. I think we did that like a week after my birthday.
After your birthday.
It was February 2020, the last time we saw each other. And it was so, I didn't think, I knew I was going to get him, I knew. In my mind, I was like, she going to cry and I'm going to cry. That's exactly how it happened. But it was just really, it just felt so good to hold you and see you and hug you and, feel you.
Right.
I think especially with my reunion with you, it felt even twice as emotional because it wasn't just I hadn't seen you in so long, but it was also we built this whole thing and it had this whole experience without ever even getting to
right.
In the same room, embrace each other about it.
The energy is different. The energy feels different when we're in the same room. That's why I love spending so much time with Sylvia and going to her house and sleeping on her couch. Is because the energy is consistent, it's loving, it's warmth, it's compassionate. It's beautiful. So I was tears immediately.
She definitely cried. And it was we hugged and we did the old church rock.
Right.
Rock and rock. And then we pulled away, looked at each other, came back in, rock, cry. And then it's just like you said, you can feel people's spirits, you can feel the love. Mm-hmm. We are very affectionate with our friends in general. Yeah. I think, so just to not be able to touch, and agree and just hold each other so long was torture. Yeah. Especially we've exchanged so much vulnerability in we've talked so much and it's we survived something and literally we're and here we are and we survived and so yeah, all of those emotions I was so happy, so happy, I can't even begin to describe because we've never gone that long without seeing each other. That's crazy.
That was so long.
That's crazy. This weekend was actually such a dope-ass weekend. Cherry on top, obviously seeing you and Miss Shayla. Obviously. But also, there was so much happening in LA that week because of the BET Awards and a lot of auxiliary events. Mm-hmm. And I happened to go to this thing called Taco Tuesday, I think they call it, even though it doesn't happen on a Tuesday. That threw me because I'm all type A. But it was this thing where they go to different people's homes and do these kind of underground singing thing. It's very low-key, but high-key A-listers low-key be popping up, but underground singers and
So it's an open mic.
It's an open mic where people come and sing.
Okay.
And it was Amber Riley sang, Cynthia Erivo sang, and then there was a lot of people who I didn't, those were the people who I recognized, and then there was a lot of people who I didn't know, but they could sing. It was very much your kind of event because you're here for the vocals, the talent. We could care less about the fame.
Talent.
The arrangements, the harmonies were there. And just being in that backyard, chilling, hearing live singing again, and just the live performances, it made me miss it. I was oh my goodness, I can't remember the last time I heard a live music performance. And just how it makes you feel, and and just because they were singing popular songs too. They weren't singing originals. They were singing X Factor, everything from X Factor to Total Praise to Aretha to everything. When that woman came, I don't know her, man, I'm so sorry, I don't know her name, but when she sang Total Praise, baby, almost caught the Holy Spirit in that backyard with a margarita in my hand. I was why? But I really missed them. And those at-home performances were cute, they were happening during the pandemic. But I really want to be able to like just to be there and like feel the music through my body.
Yes, feel the vibrations of the instruments,
the bass,
yes,
and the drums and the.
I want my body to move because I hear the music physically. Like I want it, to do it, do what it needs to do without my mind even telling it to. That's what music does to me. Like live music does.
I totally agree, and so like I miss that. But then on the other end, I've been so afraid to get back to it because of crowds and COVID. And, festivals usually have so many people there. And I've had so much anxiety around going back in the crowds and pushing my vaccination to the max like that. But there have been some music festivals that have been popping back up because people ain't wasting no time. Yeah. Like, as soon as everybody started getting vaccinated, I started seeing different people. All the festivals that got canceled last year popping up like, and we're back, and here's the lineup, and da-da-da. And I'm like, nope, I need to do a year. I need to see how it goes before I go in there. But that was until the bad bitch that is the Day in Vegas festival popped up on me. I saw that flyer for that festival happening in Vegas in November, and that thing said Kendrick Lamar was performing everything from Section 80 to Damn. That was the top line. I said, wait, what? And then there's more? Like, there's that and there's more?
There's Travis Scott, Tyler the Creator, SZA,
Tyler the
Doja
Creator,
Cat.
Travis, Jasmine Sullivan, all the babies, little one, all of them, all the babies, like just singers, rappers, like, and everybody who's at the top of their game, especially SZA. Like, I miss SZA, and I'm hoping a new album. I figured like by November, her new album will have dropped, and Tyler's album dropped, and it's so good that it makes me now really want to hear it live. Yeah. So, like, when I'm seeing that all like that, these are the people, I'm like, oh, bitch, this is going to make me reconsider. Like, I might have to reconsider my no festivals in 2021 rule because it looks bomb.
I'm definitely a big festival fan. I mean, I'm more of a concert fan, but I do enjoy a festival here and there, given the VIP tickets. But it gets really dusty and gets really dirty real quick.
Real dusty in GA gets real ghetto.
But it's a wonderful experience because you're really around people who love this shit, like who love their music. So I do enjoy GA too, but it's just a lot of movement, child.
It's a young man's game, GA. I'm too old.
My knees ain't got it. Yeah,
I did it. I did that. So yeah, so now it's y'all turn. I did it
exactly. And her has an R&B festival too. Lights On, right?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yes, with Erykah Badu, Ari Lennox, Keisha Cole, Bryson Tiller. We haven't heard Bryson in a minute. Lucky Day. I love Lucky
Day. Oh my goodness, so, yeah. Keisha. I'm trying to think of the last time Keisha did a live performance.
Right.
And then, I saw Broccoli City is doing something. I'm sure Coachella and all the other festivals are starting to make their rounds.
They're going to get it together.
Lineups up. And it's like, okay, the things are back in the swing of things. It's really interesting to see.
And they might just get my money because I just have to hear some live music. With all these new lineups popping up, we got excited about the idea of dreaming up our own ideal festivals. Okay, so me and Sylvia, we both curated a bomb-ass lineup that we're going to share with you guys. Do not take these ideas. Now, we're also going to revisit some of our best and worst music festivals experience because I know you got some, Sylvia, and I definitely have some.
For sure.
All right. So let's get into it. You can tell I'm extremely excited, and Sylvia is too. It just, she's next segment. We're going to...
I'm excited, yes. Okay, so we'll get into our dream lineups in a second. But first, Scotty, what was your best festival experience so far?
I think it would be all of the Roots picnics. I love Roots Picnic. It feels like home. The artists are always my type of speed. Jill Scott comes and does her JILL. Listen.
She comes
and she does it, and it makes me smile. The vibes were always perfect. It was all black, all black people. Yeah. And I love Black Thought too, and the fact that he can rap with anybody, around anybody, about anything, because he'll freestyle all day and be able to perform with other artists. I think that shit is amazing. I just love the artistry of it all, the love of music of it all, the instruments that are involved with everything. And it's not that big, so I'm able to get from stage to stage rather quickly. So Roots Picnic was top.
It feels very organic.
Yes, it feels very brotherly lovely. And it's in Philly. So it's
like the best parts of Philly.
The best parts of Philly. I love Philly.
Me too.
So
I've never been though.
You never been to Roots Picnic?
I've never been to Roots Picnic. Like, I ain't grow up 2 exits away.
Child, I ain't never missed one.
I know. I have to go with you next time.
Yes, you
I literally have never. I've never been. Every year, it's like always there's something happening or it sneaks up on me. And every year I'm upset I miss it. Like, every year, because it just looks so black and beautiful and organic, but also just manageable, to your point. Like, I'm not overwhelmed.
Really? I can be in GA and be cool.
Right. Wow.
Nobody's doing any what's that little circle they make and they be pushing each other around and shit?
Like a little mosh pit.
Ain't nobody doing no damn mosh pit. I love that. I love that everybody respects everyone's space because that's how they were raised. And that's great. I love that. Yeah. So that would be mine. What is yours?
So my overall favorite festival, I would always say, is Essence Fest. Like, because Essence Fest has given me so much. Like, I've worked it, so like I kind of had back end experience on it. It's the blackest festival that I've been to. Right. It's catered to black women's taste in music, which is so rare from festival lineups that they put us in mind first with the lineup. And so I really adore it for that. And probably one of my favorite Essence Festival experiences was in 2017 because it was like a seat at the table had happened and we were in New Orleans and Solange was one of the performers, and like, y'all know, if you know, New Orleans is Solange's city. Like, it's like that's Houston, New Orleans. Lord. Like, those are her home places. And so, like, I knew she was about to come and shut it down. Child, she had the band, the orchestra, the all white. You know how she be praise dancing.
She gives us lines.
Lines and lights, shows, and like all of it. And it's just, it felt like church, a seat at the table church. And I think it was one of the albums I was so excited to hear live, like when I heard it, and to experience it in a stadium for the black women. Yeah. Like, I love it. And I love it because, it's indoors and all of those things as well, the Superdome. So, like, I truly love that year. I think it was like, Mary performed that year. Like, it was a good festival all around. But I would be remiss if I didn't speak. I think the single weekend, like, stacked best festival I've ever been to was Governor's Ball.
Really?
Yes. Governor's Ball 2013. I think it was just so stacked. Like, it was Kanye before he had, disappointed us. And it was Kendrick. And there was Erykah Badu. And it was Nas. And it was, like, just so many hip-hop acts that I just had always wanted to see, but I was too broke to ever see up until that point. And finally, they were in one place together, which made me feel like I could spend my coins in a good investment. It's like, I missed all of Kanye's tour. I missed all of Kendrick's had just dropped Good Kid, Mad City. That's the Kendrick this was.
What a moment.
What an album. What a moment. And, it was so crazy because even thinking back then, they didn't even have Kendrick on the big stage. He was on one, like, the mid-level stages, like, and, With Kanye's performance, it was Yeezus. I think it was before he had even dropped the album, so none of us really knew what we were in for. And as you know, like, Yeezus was such a different sound from Dark Twisted Fantasy that, like, it was like to hear it live first was like, oh, like, what's happening? Like, okay. And then Erykah, I've been a fan of Erykah all my life, and that was the first time I ever got to see her live. So it just was spiritual. What's so crazy was it was raining like crazy. Like, the whole festival got rained out in a way that I almost thought that they were going to cancel it. Like, I'm saying, like, the field was trash. Like, the field was mud. It was a mudslide. Like, I was there in boots, shorts, like, and a parka. Like, a poncho. That was it. Like, white people was rolling around in the mud, you know, like sliding because they figure like it's fun. I don't know what or why they were doing all of that, but I was just like, I'm here to see my people. I don't care if I have to stomp through and climb over the white people rolling around in the mud to get to the stage, but I was very happy to. It's still like the performances were good enough that it made it worth it. So I think even though the weather conditions were terrible, the fact that it was still probably one of the best festival weekends I've ever had speaks so much to the performances that took place. Mm-hmm. I did like how it kind of made it very non-pretentious and like, you know how people be like dressing up for Coachella and shit and like all their stuff. It's like, can I just come?
I'm coming to enjoy the music.
Because I'm going to have to stand for 17 hours.
Yes, I'm coming to enjoy the music and play the waiting game because somebody going to be late. But I'm going to be there to just enjoy myself. Yes. Okay, but wait, Sylvia, wait. Let's keep it real before you sip your tea. What's the worst festival you've ever been to? Tell the truth. Tell the truth, child. Tell the truth.
And I hate to say it because of the headliners. Why I hate to say it because I come on this podcast every day and talk about this headliner. But Made in America 2015. Anybody who was there just got to shudder.
Me.
They shuddered just now. They got to chill down their spine because they know
Jesus.
The nightmare I'm about to talk about. We were there for Beyonce, as one does, you know. But what we didn't know was that we were going to have to go through the shadows of death to get to see the Queen. Because that shit, all that mosh posh shit that you was talking about, all the crazy thick crowds, all the white young students from Pennsylvania schools who wasn't raised right. They were hanging from trees. They were kicking around in the dirt. They were lifting up the dirt and acting so crazy that it was really foggy. Like it was like people had to put bandanas around their noses and mouths,
eyes
because
watery.
so much dirt was kicking that. And I have asthma. Let me just add, I have asthma. So you have thick crowds. You have inconsiderate white people, children, who are literally hanging from trees and in the ground. They're coming from above, they're below, to your left or to your right, and they're bumping into you. They have no sense of space. Like I almost fought no less than 6 people's children that day. And the way it was set up, like the stages were configured, there was no room for traffic flow. They had the nerve to put Future on a stage that was right in the middle of the traffic flow area as if he wasn't, I'm talking March Madness era Future. They put him in the middle as if it would not stop us all from being able to cross over. I almost had to call my mother and tell her she lost a child that day because I could not find my sister when we were trying to cross from one side to the other. She got taken away from me in the crowd, like physically off her feet, dragged to the right because that's how intense the crowds were. I hated it. I couldn't even enjoy the music. I was so frustrated. And the only reason I even made it to the end was because I said that I'm going to watch Beyonce because I paid for this.
Well, nigga, I'm here. I've been here.
And I've been through it. I've survived. I might as well. I was like, but I'm not even going to try to get up front because I was so tired of the crowds and how crazy everybody had been. I said, I'm going to be watching Beyonce from the back on the screen.
Listen.
Because I'm like, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I'm not doing it. I wasn't about to be out here like Kelly and Insecure, you know, fighting the whites in the field and getting tasered and missing Beyonce because that's
exactly where you were leading.
I was about to be giving Remember Me Different by the end of that festival if I hadn't caught my temper because that shit was crazy.
I think that was the beginning of my knees.
The end.
That was the end of my knees. That era, that was it. That was like, okay, well, girl, you ain't got it like how you used to. Because I was standing for so long. Luckily, my boyfriend at the time let me lean on him. And sometimes he would like, he would allow me to like sit like on him because I didn't want to sit in the dirt. It was so dusty and nasty.
Yes.
So my eyes were watering. I saw Beyonce through a blurry film on my eyes. I enjoyed it. It was a great time, but I was so tired.
It was at that festival that I said to myself, the only time we are going to see Beyonce live
concert
is when it's in a concert.
Yep.
This is why I had no desire to go to Beachella. I was not trying to be anywhere where there's not assigned seats to see Beyonce. I will watch her from the comfort of the live stream or the comfort of my seat at a concert venue. Can't do the fields with the whites anymore. Can't do it.
Won't do it. Speaking of Beachella, okay, I went to Coachella. I didn't go to Beachella. I was up in Coachella.
Hated it.
This is just with the whites.
It's just a cello.
And Kendrick Lamar. I remember I saw Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
That's all I remember because I was so infuriated. I was so upset that these white people didn't understand space. They were doing everything. When you were talking about rolling in the mud, there was no mud. It was just dust. And it was rolling in it on the floor.
Why do they do that? Is it the drugs?
I don't know. Painted faces. They're wearing masks, and not masks like what we do now, but like they're wearing actual Halloween masks. And I was just afraid. I was so scared.
You hear the tremble in her voice, yo.
I'm not gonna make it out. I'm not gonna make it out of here. Like, this is terrifying. And I wasn't even close to the crowd. I wasn't. I went all the way to the left, all the way. And somehow the whites still found me and decided to do whatever they wanted to do around me.
They're always going to find us.
I was on fire. I want to say that I remember Kendrick's performance,
Oh, no.
but I don't think I did because I was so disgusted with Coachella too. And it's so far. Like, the stages are so far. They're like, oh, so-and-so is performing 3 miles away. I'm not walking over there. And then by the time I come back here, I'm going to miss Kendrick. No, I might as well just be here. It is so far. People were taking like little, them little golf carts.
Yeah.
That's the privileged white people that paid them people for that. But regular people had to walk. And I said, ain't no way I'm doing this. Ain't no way.
Yeah, I've never been to Coachella.
I hate it.
It doesn't look fun to me.
Nothing is fun about it. Run. Please don't go to any Coachella because those white people don't respect any space. It's crazy. Chugging beer and shit. Putting little beer. I don't even know what they do. Like when they like drink it from the side or some shit.
Oh yeah, they put a hole in it and like I don't know what that's called either. I went to a black school.
And I didn't even think that the indie whites did shit like that. The indie whites I thought they were a bit different. I thought they were like Williamsburg whites. They're not.
Hipsters.
Them hipsters, that's what they're called. I thought they're not different. They're the same. And I need them. I was done. I was ready to go. And I was even more upset that my ride was having a good time. Because then I was like, I'm ready to go. And it's so far away from life. Yeah, it's so far away from life. It's like, you can't walk. You can't take an Uber. You have to drive with a person. And that person was having the time of their fucking life. And I was sitting there like, bitch, I am ready.
Are we at the same festival?
We're right. But you know what? They went to a white school. They understand this stuff. I did not, clearly. So, yeah, it was dusty. Everything was dusty.
It's that dust. I'm allergic. Like, y'all trying to kill me out here.
Nothing was fun about it. But I did find the black people at Coachella. They were sitting. There's like this little.
You found it. One thing about you gonna find
I'm
the black
find
people.
The blacks. I found them sitting on some kind of little lawn. There were lights and, there's places to sit. So I was like, oh, perfect. Oh, okay, I'm going to be right here until they ready to go because this is too much. But yeah, absolutely. Worst ever. And in an ideal world, there would be absolutely no white people at my festival because I don't even think they've heard of the people that I'm about to say. That are at my festival, Scotty Beam's festival. And a lot of these performers in my festival, I'm going to have all older artists because some of the new ones are great. Absolutely, I love. But I absolutely cherish the older ones because that's how a lot of us learned about performance and entertainment. And a lot of these performers, these new performers, oh.
What about it, baby? Tell us about these performers today.
Child, there is no artist development, and it is clear. it is very clear while watching some of these BET Award performances, some of them gonna perform like they was at the club doing them club appearances.
Not Magic City performances.
No, baby. No, this ain't that. This is an award show.
This is television.
And it's clear, unfortunately, that these labels aren't putting time into these artists like they should be. So watching this child Moneybagg Yo stand in one spot and recite his, you know who Moneybagg Yo is?
I've learned recently who he is. He's like that girl you hit the spot.
Yeah.
Tastes like candy. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's
it, right?
it.
Like, it's the...
And it's clear, like, when they're performing, it feels like they don't believe in their own music. You remember back in the day, you would see a performance and you say, damn, they believe in that song. Like, they are
because they had to sell it.
Right.
That's how they sold it.
This song is doing numbers or it's going to do numbers. Listen to me perform it. These niggas is singing like, I guess is good. I don't know. You tell me kind of shit. Like, it's not bringing anything. It's not giving me anything. It doesn't make me want to check the song out. It doesn't make me want to buy the song. It doesn't make me want to do anything.
Yeah, I do feel like a lot of these younger rappers, especially the guys.
The guys.
They don't have that showmanship. They don't really put in any extra effort. I feel like Tyler, the Creator, was maybe the only male rapper that I heard people say, like, yes, now that he brought a set. I saw wind. I saw cars. I saw this. But then I see Migos in their pretend cars with their hands just... what were they doing? I don't even know. I was like, how did Pregnant Cardi come out here with more energy than all three of y'all?
Why was I excited for the little bit that they were giving? Because I knew that potentially we was going to get nothing. So when I saw them do the side-to-side rock, I said, yes, choreo. That's how it goes. The bare minimum. I'm excited.
No, you were cheering that shit on. I'm crying.
Because Offset, I know, put them up to it. I know he said, we got an 8 count. We need an 8 count. Cardi said, do an 8 count.
We don't dance enough. She said we don't do enough.
We don't do enough. We need to sell this song.
If I'm coming on stage with your fetus inside of me, I can't be the only bitch showing out on that stage, okay?
Doing numbers. It's crazy. Like Jasmine and Ari, talent, but also entertainment.
I'm so glad that they did On It, because you know that's my favorite song off that album. You know that's my favorite song, and I didn't think we were ever going to get a live performance of it.
Right.
Woo!
So
Vocals.
Some of them are giving it up, but it's just a shame how these labels are just making this a machine. And it's not even well oiled anymore. It's just like a rickety ass machine where they just turning these artists out. If it does well on TikTok, they'll throw you on a stage and you out there on your own, and that's it.
It's like where are the Lorianne Gibsons? Where are the people in the label? Like when we used to watch the Temptation movie, we're on Motown, where they would be teaching them the steps, and they're like, "No, do it again.
5 heartbeats.
You gotta get it right."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, where are those people in the labels?
Who had Destiny's Child, Sylvia? Who had Destiny's Child running on the track, singing at the same time?
Oh yeah, Beyonce and Matthew used to have them running in heels, around the block.
Like, are you
get that
serious?
stamina up, get that breath control,
and a lot of y'all now don't got that breath control at all.
You sound like me. Coming up with stuff.
Hello?
Why you sound like
me? It's like all of us. You're supposed to be above us. You got the track playing behind you so that you can remember the words and stay on. You are not rehearsing. It's giving that.
I think the problem is that now there's so many other ways to sell somebody, like for artists to sell themselves and promote themselves aside from performances because of the internet, that like they've lost touch of like one of the core values, which is that. And now they're being outperformed by people twice their age.
Exactly.
Okay. So the point of all of this is really that we've had a lot of inspiration, both from Fargo and recently, to inspire our dream festivals that we would think would be absolutely perfect. So let's discuss these lineups. Me and Scotty do not know who each other has coming up. All we know is the location. So I'm going to set the scene for Scotty's, and then she's going to tell us who it is. Scotty Beams Festival, she's going to share the name, I believe, of it. And the lineup, the conditions are, we said we're going to have, both of our festivals are 2-day festivals, 2 headliners, and then 5 additional artists on each day. That is the setup. Those are the guidelines. Mm-hmm. Scotty's is going to take place in Madison Square Garden in New York City because Scotty.
Yep.
B. Tell us what else. Who are your headliners?
All right.
Who are your headliners?
So,
day one, day two.
This is on Saturday. This is day one of the festival. Okay. Saturday, day one of the festival. My headliners are Jay-Z and Mary J. Blige.
Woo! Okay.
And my other performers will be now. So you gotta hear me out because I feel like I cheated just a little bit, but I didn't.
Wait, what?
Listen.
No, so we didn't even start.
So we got the Native Tongues. This is a collective. So it got Tribe Called Quest in it, De La Soul, Queen Latifah, Moni Love, Pharcyde, all of that. Okay, so that's one.
Wow, she snuck in 17 people.
It's a collective.
All right, go ahead.
Now we're doing the Outkast. We have Outkast coming. Okay, both Big Boy and Andre 3000. We also got 50 Cent coming to the stage to burn it down, get rich or die trying. We got Dipset coming through because we're in New York City. Hell, like, what am I doing? And also Clips. Clips is just for me, personally. I don't care what y'all say. Clips is for me. It was a moment, and they are definitely going to bring Pharrell.
They're going to be the opening act.
So, yes. And that is my first day.
I'm crying because we already have an overlap. But continue.
All right.
I didn't think we would. I really didn't think we would. So I'm very shocked. Okay, day one sounds lit.
It's amazing. It's fun. It's the hip hop, you know. And Mary J. Blige is hip hop to me. I don't care what nobody else says.
Hip hop soul. She queen of hip hop soul.
So
that's her title.
She's the headliner. Like, it's Jay-Z, and then to end the night, Mary J. Blige. Because on Sunday, day two. We're going to start this in the morning, by the way, okay?
All day.
So my headliners for Sunday is Earth, Wind, and Fire in the Soulquarians, which means it's collective. Soulquarians are Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, Bilal, Mos Def.
No, you're cheating.
It's not cheating.
I can't even subscribe to this anymore.
It's not cheating.
Are absolutely
it's a Soulquarians. It's a collective.
No, these were not the rules.
That is the rule.
That were set up. Scotty, we were told one headliner a day, 5 artists after.
Right. And what I'm saying is, people do it all the time. People do like Swiss Beats and Friends. Shit like that. That's an act. So I'm going to do, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Erykah Badu and Friends. And she's going to have D'Angelo. Okay.
No.
Now, number 2, Roy Ayers is going to be there, okay? Roy Ayers. Number 3, the Gap Band. The Gap Band will be there to perform all my favorites. Outstanding. We're going to get Charlie to do some of his best features and also his somewhat recent songs that were a hit to the urban community. Then we have Anita Baker coming through.
Ooh.
We also...
Is somebody keeping count? How many artists has she named so
6.
far? I need a clicker. I need a ding every time she names a new name.
Then
so
we
the
have...
audience can really see what's happening.
It's 2 headliners and 5 real and other people. Shaka Khan is coming through to perform all my favorites. Then we have Sade.
Wow.
And we are having a night. I think, Sunday would be like the cleanup morning, like, performances where, like, I would only want soul just to ease my body, on Sunday, because Saturday is so live, and I'm sure I lost my voice on Saturday. Sunday is going to be a moment where I just want to reflect and feel good about some of the music that had made its role on raising me. So this is the music that raised me, and that's my Sunday. I do not have a name for this. Mind you, I do plan on doing this in my life because that's my dream, to make a festival or a concert once I get extremely rich and don't want to do any of this anymore.
Oh, Oh, I think that's I could easily see you doing that. You don't even need to be rich. You can get investors and...
That's too much work.
Do it that way.
I wanted to just pay and then mind my business.
We deserve a Scotty Beam festival for sure.
This is the kind of festival I would want to put together. I love it.
I would definitely go. I love everything about it. It sounds fantastic. I loved every act, all 17 of them.
It's not 17. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let me read it to you one more time. Earth, Wind, and Fire, headliner. Soulquarians, headliner. Roy Ayers. A lot of y'all haven't even seen Roy Ayers do anything. Okay? The Gap Band.
Everybody loves the sunshine.
Right. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And Anita Baker, who still can sing down in the house.
She will sing.
Shaka Khan. She's still performing to this day. I'm going to her concert.
We're talking barefoot.
Hello? I'm going to her concert in November. The girl could piss me off. And Sade. Sade I seen once. I was younger, so I didn't get to really grasp as much as I need. Right. Truly appreciate the moment. Okay. Silvio.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell y'all like this. The way it was explained to me is that we had 2 headliners, one a day.
2?
Yeah, 2 for the whole thing. So 1 for Saturday, 1 for Sunday.
Oh, I thought it was 2 headliners per day. And I'm like, okay.
No, it's like each, you know how like in Day and Night Festival, it's like, okay, it's Kendrick night 1, Travis night 2, Tyler night 3. Like there's 3 headliners, but for like 1 a day. So my festival is going to take place in the New Orleans Superdome because that is my favorite location of every show or festival or anything I've ever been to. New Orleans is my favorite city in America, and the Superdome is big enough that it feels like a festival. It's like one of the biggest stadiums in America, so like it's huge, and I feel like it's the equivalent of a festival field. But we don't have to worry about the elements. And I'm not talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire, the band. I'm talking about the actual Earth, Winds, and Fires. So, you know, I'm doing this with Black women first, and so I'm thinking about us, our hair, and our needs, and our skin.
Right.
Okay, so indoors at New Orleans Superdome, night 1, Drake is the headliner. Okay. Because, hi. My name is Sylvia, and I love Aubrey Graham. Okay. So Drake, and listen, most #1 hits, okay? But then the man got hits, he gonna be performing them all night.
I give you that.
Okay? So Drake is the headliner, and the other acts are as follows. We're gonna start off with D'Angelo, which is why I was like, damn. Okay. But D'Angelo, because nobody makes me feel sexier when they sang.
Sing me right out of my panties. Go ahead.
And then we're going to Tyler, the Creator. Okay. Because young boy showed himself with him showmanship. Yes. I feel like he has the past 3, like the last 2 albums especially. I mean, the 3, Flower Boy, Igor, and this one. I really enjoyed the musicianship in addition to the lyrics. I feel like it could be really good live. And he's done enough. And I wanted to give the youth something. Right. So Tyler is who y'all get. Okay. Usher. Is coming to do Confessions. Usher is coming to do 8701 and Confessions. Okay. Specifically.
I like that.
But he's there, and he's going to remind us that he can still hit all the choreo that you don't have to call.
Please don't sleep on Usher.
Never sleep on Usher Raymond IV, because he is that guy. Man. Okay? That man. Then we have Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, we're going to have Drake and Kendrick on the same night on one stage. We're bringing UNITY. We're bringing my boys together. We're going to bring the Drake fans and the Kendrick fans into one room and see what happens. Okay. Yes. You know what I mean? Yes. And what's crazy is the other act I had for this was Outkast Reunites for the Night. So I really thought I was doing something with that. I said, I'm going to get her with Outkast. She's not going to think about Outkast. That's often a
thought of mine all the time when I listen to Equeminize, that they have to do something now. Okay, guys? Like, please. I miss you so much. Please.
I'm tired of seeing you perform separately. Like, I just
want to see it together.
Big Boy and Sleepy Brown performed at South by at the Fader Fort. Oh, no. When we were there last. But, like, I was like, I just miss Andre. Yeah. Like, I just want them together. Yeah. Like, every time I see Big Boy perform, I'm just like, I want it. And I want a chance to see those songs live because I was too young. Yeah, I didn't get to go.
I didn't get to appreciate. That's a dream. I'm thinking about that often. Yeah.
Often. So all of that's happening. Andre 3000 can perform all his songs on all these people's, all the other acts songs as well. All his verses.
Right.
But yes, I'm trying to, Drake headlining with Tyler, with Kendrick. We're bringing a lot of Camp Flognog. We're solving a lot of beefs here. You know what I mean? Unity. We're coming together with the fellas.
Something to see.
But all of these men are acts who also have songs for the ladies. So I feel like my audience will like it regardless. Now, we're going to bring it home with the ladies' night 2.
That's what I'm here for.
Hi, my name is Sylvia, and I'm a writer, producer, and lover of Beyonce. So Beyonce is my headliner. I know it's a shock to 0 people. Absolutely 0 people did not think that Beyonce was going to be my other headliner. But my dream festival is Beyonce Drake.
I'm there.
I will spend my coins. If you tell me I'm getting Beyonce and Drake
I'm there.
At the same festival, who's not going?
I'm there.
Haters. That's who.
That's right.
That's it. Beyonce is the headliner, but the night is packed with women who have both inspired Beyonce and have been inspired by her. Okay? So, Janet Jackson.
Okay. Yes.
Janet Jackson is performing.
She will be there.
On this here show night because, let me tell you, you want to talk about people who are known for performing. Janet still gives it. I want Velvet Rope.
Yes.
I want Janet.
I want the one piece. I want the full one piece. I want Janet Jackson to come out in that cat suit.
I want her to strap a man in the chairs like she used to.
And tease that nigga. Stuff. Yes. That's what I want.
All the Janet live shows. I want it.
She is a crazy woman on that stage.
On that stage, she turns into somebody else, and I like it. I saw her perform once. I felt very blessed by it. I got my life that night. So Janet. Missy Elliott.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Missy Elliott. And so that's somebody I know was bringing out everybody. Okay? Missy gonna be there all night because, she ain't got nothing but hits.
Nothing.
She done produced for half the people on the line. So Missy the Misdemeanor Elliott is coming out. Also, Erykah Badu, because me and Scotty both clearly love Erykah. I was really torn between Erykah or Jill, and I had gone with Erykah.
There's no festival without Erykah Badu.
She's my favorite. Like, I've seen her live so many times, and every single time, and she don't even got to do nothing new. It's just the tone of her voice. Yeah. Erykah's just, the tone of her voice is so much her gift.
It just feels like how honey pours
into tea.
It's just
thick.
Into your tea. It's just thick, and it's filling. Rich. Like, oh my gosh, I am there. Yes, I love Erykah Badu. Yes, absolutely.
And then so these are the legends, and the 2 openers for these legends who are 2 of my favorite new girls in R&B now, who are, well, I don't even say new, but they're, newer compared to everybody else here. And that's SZA and Ari Lennox. Those are the 2 last acts for the night.
Yes.
So the night will open with Ari, SZA, Erykah Badu, Missy Elliott, Janet Jackson, Beyonce.
Perfect. That is beautiful. That's a great lineup.
Thank you. Unlike Scott, I had not thought about this ever before until we had to do it just now. So, and the festival name is called Be Mine XO Fest because Beyonce, mine is Beyonce and Drake's song together.
Yes.
In XO.
XO, that's beautiful. Shout out, yes.
Be Mine.
I haven't figured
it
out
yet. Be Mine XO Fest. Because it's romantic. Like, I feel like a lot of these people have romantic music. So
it's just it's hip hop and R&B.
It's giving favorite collabs.
Yeah.
Of hip hop and R&B. Favorite duets.
I love it.
I think that everybody should go to both of our festivals. I feel like they're both really great. You gotta hear Earth, Wind, and Fire in the instruments. Like, I know everybody saw like Earth, Wind, and Fire on Versus, and it was fun. Yeah.
But take a moment. I'll post it on my Insta story or on my Twitter of like these performances that these amazing men do. I've seen it at NJ Pack. Brought tears to my eyes. The amount of musicianship, is there, and I I need to experience it again. I need to see it again. I have to. But yeah, it's
like balm.
Oh my God.
It's like balm on your soul. Like Earth, Wind & Fire was the first I ever saw. Like them and George Clinton. There was like some outdoor thing that you drove your cars to. I know my parents took me. Like I was a kid. I just remember it was like the first live show I went to. But I feel like everybody, like Earth, Wind & Fire, that's the thing. Earth, Wind & Fire has been doing this for so long. And they still sound better than all your new faves. How?
Hot falsetto. I was through. I had cried so much that I couldn't take it. And I need to see Roy Ayers. So mine should be like a jazz hip-hop festival. Somewhere.
It is. It's like a jazz hip-hop. It's definitely, definitely like, I feel like the parents will definitely prefer yours to mine.
Oh, I mean, clearly. That's clear. Mine is definitely going to be 50 up, you know.
It's giving very Gen X, yours.
Definitely giving, Gen X, baby boomers. It's giving those.
But those Gen X rappers be the last ones with the showmanship. So, like, what are we supposed to say? Like,
and that's why I did it. That's why I did the hip-hop one, because I can't trust. I can only trust Kendrick Lamar at this point. And Jay-Z, he got friends. He'll come. Sometimes Jay-Z.
And Beyonce's done a lot for his performance.
Yeah, so Jay-Z, Beyonce might come and say hi if our festivals aren't on the same day. So
we would never do that.
No, it would never be
like the DMV does.
But 50 Cent and G-Unit. I need the nostalgia back. I need it.
You need the nostalgia. Yeah, yours is very nostalgic, and I like that. But yeah, I think for me, my audience, if you got the Gen X and the booms, I really feel like I feel like my tour is very millennial.
Severely.
I do feel like it's very core very millennial. So. And then, with a dash of Gen X, because we got Janet, we got Missy, we got Erica.
So they bring in both.
But yeah. So yeah, and then, and then the Camp Flock Knock crowd, now
that you have to worry about, because the mosh pits.
No, they're not gonna.
They happen.
You have to be 25 and over to get into this festival.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
That's a rule I decided to set because of Tyler's fans. But I love y'all. And stay young, stay energized. Stop booing Drake though, please.
That's crazy.
We can't have any of that. And so Drake will be performing Feel No Ways. And Tyler will probably be backstage getting his life because he's still mad that y'all never let him hear it that night at the Flock Knock tour. So yes, me, millennial black women who, girls love Beyonce and girls love Drake. So here we are.
I love it. I'm showing up. I'm there for it.
Yay. Well, speaking of shows, that's ours. If anyone wants to fund either or both of these festivals, please, I implore you to hit us up. If you would like us to come to your festival for free,
pull through, hit us up,
contact us. We're here. We'll think about it. And let us know which festival you liked better using the hashtag OkNowListen. I would just like to once again remind y'all that I have half the performers. I think Scotty does.
No, that's not true. I will drop clips. I'm gonna drop clips.
Oh, what a sacrifice.
Sorry. I'll let go of clips and then put Jay-Z. He's not a headliner. Mary J. Blige is the headliner. Mary J. Blige is the headliner, and then I will drop clips for that. And that's it. Yes.
All right. Go ahead and read the credits, sis. Now that you done.
Our show is a production of Pineapple Street Studios in partnership with Netflix and Strong Black Lead. Shout out to our team. Our managing producer is Agadanessa Shagre, and our lead producer is Jess Jupiter. The episode was produced by Taylor Hosking, and our music is by Amanda Jones. Special thanks to Max Linsky and Jenna Weiss-Berman.
Follow Strong Black Lead on the socials at Strong Black Lead, and follow us too. I'm at Sylvia Obel.
And I'm at Scotty Beam.
Until next time, folks, stay blessed.